So, do you want to buy a house, but you realize that you might not be able to afford the house that you actually really want? Do you give up? Nope. I'm Kelly with Pro Home Buying, and I help people get in control of their finances before they buy a house so they know it's a house they can truly afford. And I'll start by saying I live in a pretty cool area, or at least I think so. If you hate snow, you probably don't like this, but I think it's really pretty, and a lot of people do too. And unfortunately, that leads to some really high real estate prices. And recently, when I was coaching a bunch of first time home buyers, a woman came up to me after the class, and she said she worked really hard and she has a good income and some savings, but she asked me, how do you buy a house when there's nothing in your area in your price range? And her question is not an uncommon one. Housing affordability is so tough right now. It's hitting a lot of us. Now, what do you do if the housing you want isn't in your price range? To start, there are only really a few things that can affect this, right? Increasing your income, decreasing your monthly expenses, and increasing your down payment. If you want to increase your income, start with your job. Do you really like your job? Have you been at it for a while? Do a salary comparison in your area. Are you getting paid what you're worth? If your salary is lower for your job title than other companies in your area, use this info and talk with your boss about a raise. But maybe you're not thrilled about your current job. If you're not looking to buy a home right now or in the near future, maybe now is a really great time to look for a job that pays you what you deserve for all the hard work you put in. And maybe you just want a little extra money on the side. Do you have time for a side hustle? Have you ever thought about consulting, like what you do for your day job, do it at night as well? Or finding ways to make a couple extra bucks? This is the best time in total history to make money on the side. So I really hate recommending this one because Dave Ramsey says the only ship that doesn't float is a partnership, but it can really work for some people, so I wanted to mention it. So you can look at co-borrowing or buying with a friend, roommate, girlfriend, family member, somebody else who wants to live where you want to live that you can actually stand living with. And since you're buying a place with another income, you're able to afford a larger place. But again, all the affordability things that we already talked about are still in place. Make sure you have a payment that works and something big. You want to consult a lawyer and have a solid plan if one wants to sell before the other. It can get kind of messy if one person wants to sell before it. Also, you can look at decreasing monthly expenses. This one is a huge one for me. I've talked about it so much, you're probably sick of hearing it from me, but go through your list of monthly expenses. See where you're spending the most money. Is there anything that you can get rid of or start reducing, and make a plan? One of your biggest expenses monthly is your debt, and go through them all. Can you decrease or get rid of any payments by selling a car or refinancing some of your loans? And if you want to get it down, develop a plan of how much and by when. And finally, your down payment. Let's talk about what you'll need for buying a house. You'll need a down payment, which can sometimes mean as little as 0 to 3.5%, depending on the bank and requirements on all the rest. Then you'll need to look at closing costs, which are about 2 to 3% of the purchase price, depending on where you live. And you'll want some in savings, just in case something happens, either with your job or a big expense comes along that you want to be able to pay for it. And I like to say at least 3 months in savings for a fund. We call it a reserve fund. So see how much you have and then start growing it. Open a new savings account. They have special home buyer savings accounts in different states. I know they have one in Colorado that allows you to save before taxes, and make a goal and plan of how much and by when, and start aggressively saving. See where you can put all the money you can each month into your account, and you can get a down payment assistance as well. And check out buy down payment assistance in your Googling in your area. Finally, if you've done all of these, sadly our first home isn't always our dream home. So make sure you're being realistic with your expectations. Start by making a list of what's the most important thing to you and what you can compromise on, and look for a house based off of your needs instead of your wants. And maybe you need to check out other areas outside of your ideal neighborhood, like a less expensive area, and see if it's worth driving a little bit farther to get more of a house. And can you look at affordable housing in your area? Finally, be your own best advocate and don't expect a real estate agent to do all the work. Tell people you know you're looking at buying a house, see if they know anyone who's selling. Go on local housing boards, Craigslist, search real estate sites to see anything new is coming up in your area, and be prepared with a pre-approval from a bank to go ahead and jump on it. I know when we look at a home affordability, it can be super hard, but remember, there are always ways to change your situation. It just might take a little bit more time and a little bit of effort. Remember, before you start, know how much you can afford, keep managing your savings account and your expectations, and keep looking. You'll find something when the right time, and it's when the right price is for you. Hope this has really helped you. If you've liked it, please feel free to share it. Otherwise, I'll be back with more videos soon. Have a great rest of your day.